I don't want that one. One more beforehand. But is that not always the way? I am Big B. I Brick. You can call me Big Papa. Kids love it when I wear this shirt. It's so corny. I love it. All the other kids at the bus stop are like, Big Papa. And for a moment, for that much of a moment, I'm a cool dad. So we're just going to go right into it. I needed to slap together something for a shame package this week. So I grabbed a box. This is the only one I found. I'll pop it back together here real quick because I'd actually cut it apart a little bit in order to figure out what the hell it was. Anybody ever have a label that did this to him over time? Oh, how incredibly pleasant it was to figure out who the beep sent this to me. It was awesome. Yeah, once again, we're going with the natural hair thing because I still think it's I cannot believe it to this day that somebody actually was just like, Big B's going bald. And I thought to myself then, you're high as all get out. Let's see. Big news in my life. My truck has been wrecked, unfortunately. My wife was driving it. I'm very thankful that she had zero harm come to her. She is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with her. If there were, I would not be joking about this. But my wife was driving home from work on Saturday, back from the clinic, and my truck went and rolled up against the gravity thing, up a power line. Snapped it in half, fell to the ground, landed on the rear tire, did some pirouette thing, and then landed on the driver's side. And when we went, me and the kids raced to the scene to go pick up mommy. All we luckily saw was the back of the vehicle, the underside of it, which was just covered in mud, but looked okay. You know, it wasn't something that was going to be traumatic for the kids to see. Wasn't glass all over the place that they could see or anything like that. It just looked like Daddy's truck was over on its side, and that was it. I went to go see it for the first time today because the police officer on the scene, now get this, would not let me approach the vehicle, but told me that if I had not recommended that my wife go to the hospital, as you all should go to the hospital if you have a vehicle that rolls up a telephone pole or a power pole and then does a pirouette on the rear axle of the street and then slams down to the ground, you should probably go to the hospital if you have snapped a power pole in half. But Popo said, had I not recommended that my wife go to the hospital, which I don't know why, being a non-medical professional, was recommending this, that he was going to let me drive the truck home. And that the whole weekend we were like, oh, it must not be that bad that if the dude was going to let me drive the thing home. No, it was completely good old boy truck mentality to the worst. There ain't no way that I could have even fit in the bed or in the cab anymore. It rolled up the pole between the bed and the cab, which meant there was like this crushing effect that started occurring in the cab, and the sunroof, well, it was no longer there because that's what my wife had climbed out through. Once again, 100% fine, absolutely nothing wrong. If there were anything wrong, I would not be making jokes about this. But I still don't understand how dude was like, yeah, just drive it home, man. Because it was still running. My truck was still running after going. Anyways, wife is safe. Truck is going to be seen by the insurance company tomorrow. We're assuming it's totaled. Because there's no. It's all there, but it's just like somebody did on the top of it and the sides and other little spots. But all of the stuff that I had put in place as far as armor to protect said riders were intact, did its job, and we are 100% thankful. The reason why I have such a strong bond with this truck is because I've had this truck since she was brand new. All right, 10 miles. Bought her right out of the service. I wanted to have. I was crushed. I loved my truck. And now I'm probably going to have to drive a minivan or something more sensible and daddish, which is fine because I love my kids. But it was like the last bastion of my singlehood, if you will. Whatever, it was is gone now. It's been a big deal to me. Sorry. If you're following this channel and watching this vlog, you care about the story. It's me that is of interest, not the selling of the brick. So that's why we go into these things on this. If you're just looking for just give me the sales shit, go watch the seller stream. Anyways, it was a traumatic loss to me, this truck being gone. When I let my daughter know that it was totaled, she cried because she wanted to inherit Daddy's truck when she got older. Sorry, I keep moving my camera over because Bricksmith says that this really pisses him off with a portion of this shelf being in the scene, and it just drives him crazy. So I'm moving it. So what am I doing? There we go. That's a lot more appropriate. Okay. Anyways, I already missed my truck. No more hill climbs. No more snow. No more Moab. She was a true rock crawl trail vehicle. And I had just put a new tire on her like 2 weeks ago, and it's like $250 to put a tire on these things. Anyways, yay, minivan. Anyways, so it took me forever and a day to figure out what this was. I finally opened up the box, picked out a semi-unique printed element, happened to be a waffle, put waffle in the search in Google, came up with anything that had transpired for any transaction where a waffle was included, which meant sales and purchases. Then counted how many waffle tiles that were actually in there, put it in there, and then realized I needed to do, of course, double quotes around both sides. And boom, came right up, and we found this. And now we can get started on the the shame section of this whole deal. We didn't do jack on the sorting even of last week's. We got a little preoccupied working on that and putting away the 10 pounds of bulk minifigure pieces. It was worth a little bit more, so it warranted the extra effort. I currently have 2 things of stackers waiting to be put away. Just starting to work on some Ninjago stuff because we are Ninjago fans. And to give a little break to the part out staff from doing the brick boxes. So expect a little Ninjago in our lives, and then we'll go back to doing some brick boxes. School is almost out, which is good because that sort of coordinates with orders being down. I'm told that this is an issue site-wide, that a lot of people are experiencing fewer orders due to the summer and, all that blah, blah, yada, yada crap. It just happened that I was able to stretch it out a little bit longer than others. We had just aired another episode of the Lego Sellers stream. We did our second interview with Bricklink. I appreciate everybody who's tuning in to watch that and getting feedback and comments. Yes, we know that Bricklink had a feedback issue with their mic during the thing. Yes, we will try to have it finished or fixed by the next time they decide to do that. No, I will not. There's a series of people from the forum that were like, dab nabbit, they didn't read my question with the right amount of vigor and vim, and they were not insulting enough to the Bricklink staff when they read it. I am upset. I don't give a shit. I'm glad you submitted a question, but I'm not going to be rude to somebody just because you want me to be rude to them. I felt that there were quite a few good questions in there. We are definitely honing the interview skills, considering that this is my second ever interview in my life. I think I'm doing all right. Hoping to have some other ones coming up here. I've already gotten a thumbs up from one Lego artist and one, let's call them choo-choo aficionados. To be as little specific as possible. But I will be discussing with both the artist and choo-choo aficionados when they would like a slot to come on to the Lego Seller stream as well. I think that may be a route we're going to go down because we haven't been getting really any questions from sellers. A lot of people just like to tune in and listen and get their ideas, but not necessarily submit anything that they have a question on, or really, to the matter of factly, share. So we're venturing to new things, it's not like I haven't brought you people from outside of your immediate grasp in my past. So it's not like I won't start doing that again, just under a different venue and, with people who are in the trade of selling you something. Let's see. Basically, everybody's trying to sell you something anyways, whether it be tangent or intangent, but, just the venue. What else is HAPS? Coming up, well, don't forget to hold your raffle cards, all that crap, blah, 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 yada. This week, if we do not have the person who has won 2 weeks in a row, set 60046, claim their gift or claim their winnings, we will raffle it off once again. Little Big A is really enjoying doing the videos with me. So I'm just going to, take advantage of the fact that she's having fun with it. And that's a cool thing for us to do and do another video. I'm not trying to do the whole, look at my cute little kid sub and blah, blah, yada, whatever my channel. It's a bonding thing between a father and a child. And that's all there is to it. It just happens to be that my kid is cute because she takes after her daddy. Let's see what else. Been a month since my last cigarette. That's pretty awesome. It was never an issue of smoking around the brick, but it became an issue when the kids realized it. And once the kids realized what I was going outside to do, I had to quit because I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a bad influence on my kids. I'm already a bad influence with my attitude. So, come on, being snarky is not a good thing with kids. I'm not snarky to kids, but I'm snarky in general, and I know that they hear me being snarky when I'm talking to people outside of our family. What else? What am I missing here? Anything? Am I finally getting these things down? All right. So let's do this then. Let's get over here to the brick stockage. Close that. All right. File. Import. Bricklink XML. Go to wherever the hell you have your file stored and you downloaded it to. Open. I'm going to have a little pop-up, and we'll go to that now, and we'll work our way through it. All right. This file contains one unknown item. Do you want to open this file now? Yeah, of course I do. All right. What is it? It's a tan something or other. That's amazing. Good deal. What happens when I do this? Boom. That looks like a win to me. Does it look like a win to you? Do you think they expanded the number of possible printed boat plates? I hope so. Yay. See? Here's our 9 waffles. Let's hope that this is it. Pull something out of here and see if I can find it real quick. I hope that I got the right order set up. Yeah. Here we go. Do we have stickers? Yes, we have stickers. Big B done well. All right. Back over. Use real quick file. Save as. Save. Boom. It's official. Close it. Open it. And now we have me sharing my screen. Okay. Open and close it because now we have price differential showing up. Okay. If I could shut off all of these things and have it remember that these were shut off, that would be so bueno. But they're not. Anyways, here we go. Original price of $171. Where are we going on this? All right. Woo! A 1.15 part out value. Spec-fucking-tacular. All right. Yay, go team. All right. Great. I took a bath with a few things, but I got more Kermit bricks. I got more buns. I got one more bun. Not really looking at things that I need per se. It is what it is, what it was. There is 78 lots, 2,118 pieces, and 1.15 increased part out value. Not my best day. Let's just say that. I was ready to give up before I figured out the whole search for an item in the order and just give it to the kids. We're getting kind of full. There's less and less drawers open. There's less and less slots available. The biggest thing that's filling up is what you can't see, which is over here. Those 18 drawers right there are just filling up to a ridiculous level. How's that? You guys good with that? And after we move from here, one thing that I will definitely be doing will be allocating probably twice the space to 18 drawers. When I was setting up this room, one of the things that I really spent a lot of time doing was trying to figure out growth and everything else without a lot of new part outs. So I knew that in this space, I'd be dealing with a lot of the shame brick, a lot of the onesie twosies or less than tensers. That is a thing, less than tensers. That I already had. Okay. I knew that I would be having to deal with my backstock because we purchased all that backstock for a purpose, so that I would have stock on hand to work with after retiring, so that we could have a very low cost operation in order to keep the money coming in. So I went hog wild. But lo and behold, certain things have occurred that we didn't expect to occur, like hooking up and meeting somebody that was able to connect us with someone who was able to connect us with somebody getting new bulk CMF pieces. I mean, who the beep would have figured that would have ever occurred? I mean, that's just a dream. So, pretty good deal. Let's see, anything else? Anyways, lots of new stuff happened, and I didn't plan for it. Ooh, life. I was listening to one of Bricksmith's Pink Bucket things, and he was trying to advise Mr. Kevin Hinkle on how to set up a sig fig, and unfortunately, he was handing out old and bad advice to people, and I was trying to interject with humorously with a comment of pushing glasses up. That is incorrect. Actually, that has changed recently, because Lego's changed up their game. So Lego has definitely introduced a lot more parts and pieces and rotation to the Build-A-Fig table. And it used to be that you could pick up, like if it was series 14, you'd be able to pick up like series 5 and 6 stuff off the table. So it really depleted the older market that was just starting to really reach some serious maturity. Now, you can go and you can find series, with series 18 being out, you can find series 14, 15 pieces on the Build-A-Fig table. You just got to know what you're looking for, because they're not putting, well, anyways, just trust the guy who knows. It's not that difficult to find newer CMF pieces anymore. They're no longer, you're no longer going to have CMF pieces really until once they equal themselves out that are worth more than $2. As long as there's a rotation on the table, the price will stay steady and people will have affordable Lego, which is what honestly we should want as sellers, is people to, if it becomes an expensive piece, nobody's going to play with it, nobody's going to use it, nobody's going to buy it, and then you're going to have an expensive piece that just sits in your store and nobody buys it. That's no good. But with relation to the Brickstore thing, I was going to show an example and take a picture and send it to him of, dude, I got like 100 and something of his torsos. But then I realized, oh, this would probably be construed as me trying to hawk my wares, blah, whatever, and not being taken as a, no, you're actually incorrect. So I stopped doing what I was doing. But that's fine. You guys, the two of you that are watching this know this. I'm joking about numbers. Obviously, there's more than 2 people watching this. Basically what I'm trying to say is the old sig fig rules and CMF rules have basically been thrown out the window. I was looking at a Series 5 fig today and realized that 3 out of the 4 pieces for the fig were currently available on the table, and in the last rotation another 3 out of the 4 pieces were available, but they were not the same 3 out of 4 pieces, which means that you could have gone to the Build-A-Fig table and put figs back together from 5-6 years ago. But Lego's pulling a fast one on a lot of people and making modifications, a bet small modifications to existing designs. This is the second one that I've seen off the table in this rotation. First one being the Maraca. It has the same pattern, but the pattern is different. The first pattern is very, think of it as a very rapid heartbeat. And the new one as a dying man or woman. But here is the other one that was found. You can see here, the top is the original. The bottom is the new one that's on the table right now. Both of them are Lego, all that good stuff. But as you can see, one pattern is significantly smaller than the other. And I don't know if that's because the original fig was printed in one place and now all of the CMF parts and pieces and all that stuff are done in one of the multiple China factories. And they just have something off. I don't know what it is or if it's intentional, but I do know that it's happening. So I'm going to be submitting, and I should have submitted already, but I'm going to be submitting the new torso print to the catalog so that it is correct. Because it is the same print, it's just a different size print. One would think that people would want to have that differentiated. So I'm going to differentiate it. That's probably it. I don't really have a whole lot to say this week. Pretty upset my truck is dead. We covered that. I'm incredibly happy that my wife is safe. Not unharmed. Kids weren't traumatized by mama getting into an accident, any of that stuff. So it could have been so much worse and it wasn't. Very thankful to my overpreparedness for armoring up a truck. Not looking forward to driving a minivan. The Bricks Out game should be over soon. I think we're on ticket number 56 something or another. I just started doing some, or prepping for my big rollout with my logo and all that stuff and becoming a real professional store. So get ready for something with regards to that. Not entirely sure what we'll be doing, but it'll be something, and it'll be, I guess, big, maybe. I don't know. Figure it out. Figure it out along the way, as we have been so far. If anybody has any questions, I've been completely ignoring them. Hello to everyone. Again, sorry about the feedback. There's not a lot I can do about it when the guest has feedback on the Lego Sellers stream. I will try to get it more rehearsed in the future, where we provide the questions to the guests. Although I don't really like providing questions to guests. I think that seems a little pre-prepared in Hollywood. Yes, it may be able to get concrete answers from the folks, but they're also prepared answers. And, you know, go watch the video. It was nice to see that Bricklink has offices. Okay, confirmed offices, confirmed Bricklink offices with actual people working in them. Totally does not look like they hired homeless people to be sitting in those cubes, because they didn't. They're real people. They're real employees. They're doing real jobby job stuff. And we're happy about that. I'm very happy that Shane, Jacqueline, and Russell were able to join us. I apologize to Shane for calling him Cheyenne. I was not familiar, not making fun of you, dude. I was not familiar beforehand with the California spelling of Shane. Sorry. I apologize. No, we don't edit. I'm making videos. I got 4 of these big bad XLs that I'm gonna try to fit into an RC racer and see if it makes any difference in speed. And then I'm gonna take them out and put some real motors in. School ends in 3 weeks, and I'm afraid. That's it. Enjoy yourself. Go build some. Take some time away from your store. Build some Lego. I don't know what to say to you. Would you do a video tour of your store, or at least an updated version? So here's the kicker, man. If you actually watch my videos, and people have pointed this out, people who are hardcore viewers have pointed this out to me, that I've already done a complete store tour many times over in my videos of just flashing here. Hey, look at this. Or when I had the camera right here. Or when I've taken you on dancing store tour part pullings or things like that. The entire store has been shown and has been seen. You just sort of have to tune in and watch. I don't know. I don't mean to say that you're not paying attention, because I'm not saying that. But pay attention. Just last week, I took the camera and did all this stuff. If you go over on Instagram, there's actually a video up right now, and Facebook, of me walking down the only hallway in my store past to where the stairs are, so people can see past the shame way. So lots of stuff. You just got to pay attention. I'm more than just a pretty face. So with that bad joke, we'll end right here. Thanks to the 32 of you that are watching right now. I appreciate it. And that's it. That's all. Thanks for joining.